Welcome, welcome, welcome. Here doing some Fantasy Grounds game prep. Gotta get in here. Let's see if I can do this your way. Can I do this? Yeah, let's see. Perfect, that'll work. Let's transition to that screen. We'll pop this in the middle. Bam. Nice, loving it, loving it. And always check for updates. Probably put myself at risk by hitting that every time, but we hit that and get our updates run on Fantasy Grounds before game night, game day, and do run all the updates. Lots of updates. They just made Fantasy Grounds free, which is a big, it's a big move. But there's so much content in there that's paid that I think that's where they are succeeding, because there's always more content to be consumed by us. I don't know how to do this because I don't want to squeeze my screen. I got a 49-inch monitor here, and I love to use all the space, and I have a good layout made up for it. So I don't like to rearrange all my windows and tabs again, but there's some spoiler alert, we're in Mummy's Mask, Empty Graves, which is the second in the flow. Let me see what I do here. Let's go with, is it full screen? Oh, that's kind of sick. Let's try it out. We'll go full screen here, and then we'll maximize Fantasy Grounds. That'll go right over everything. Load our campaign, and we'll start. So I've got a big party in the game. Actually, I'm going to go over here on this screen. I'm going to quick change something over here. I think I'm going to just close all this out. Oh no, I'm uploading videos. Yeah, I'll leave the uploading videos. I'll just go over here and go to my streamer. My ad block has been updated. And there we should be. Yeah. Click to unmute. We'll switch over to my creator dashboard so I could see your chat just in case there's something in there. Invite guests. Here we are. Mummy's Mask 2, Empty Grave Session Prep. Come on. What is going on, Fantasy Grounds? I'm going to grab a soda. I'll be right back. Oh, I almost grabbed a dragon fruit. Dragon fruit Mountain Dew. Not so good. Not so good. I'll stick with this. Uh-oh. I wonder if our session's going to be interrupted tonight if we can't. Oh, there we go. Finally. Window control, live HP frame, anchoring to undefined control, content anchor. Close that. So, yeah, there's my whole screen. Isn't that wonderful? I wonder if it makes sense to you if I put you on my center third. Oh, that's pretty good. we'll just stick with that for now. So they're fighting this dude here. And I leveled him up. We have a large party, so there's quite a few members of our party. So you can see them all. 1, 2, 3, 4, pet, pet, 5, 6. So there's 2 more than 4, so they're kind of strong, even though they've been whining that they haven't been getting much XP. So if we move this room here and we grab this, we can see Nebta Kufri has made his home here, and he's trying to revive this dead dude. Oh, they can't really see up there. Huh. That should let them see, right? And then if I turn that off, that blocks him from seeing. Let's disable line of sight preview. Oh, so you can see into it, but not behind it. So you can kind of see him. Yeah, so that doesn't matter. That's fine. So he's up here on this 10-foot platform in the middle of this huge room, trying to. This is a vault, death vault, for Nefru Shepses. The Shepses family was the priestly family in the neighborhood. And Nebta Kufri is trying to revive him as his evil leader with an undead army that he's trying to resurrect. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4 mummies, and then he's about to, don't tell the party, this platform is filled with bodies, so he's going to raise up 6 not mummies, zombies, to help with the fun. And he's got kind of an attack strategy here that's really pretty sweet, because he's got skills. He's not your average dude. If we pull him up, you can see he's wearing, I'll show you the picture, he's wearing this mask of the Forgotten Pharaoh, which has some of the Ka or B or essence of the Forgotten Pharaoh in it. And there's a group trying to get the 3 parts together to resurrect the Forgotten Pharaoh. And he's got, it's like, reminds me of Stargate. He's got a flying pyramid up in the sky, and I can't remember which part that they go into where they start entering and being in that flying pyramid. So I guess his description's on his notes here. So he's up there. He cast out these lightning. You can see underneath there, ball of lightning. So he's got that flying around, and then he's going to create 6 zombies, takes to the air, and casts haste on himself and his undead minions, and obsidian flow on the floor around him. So what is, how much space does obsidian flow cover? And when do I put it out? And what does it do? Obsidian flow. Oh shoot, I didn't need to open it. I like that new hover effect they got. Duration, instantaneous range effect, 20-foot radius burst. And all those days we said we don't need to know the diameter and radius. What's the difference? Well, I didn't remember it so much in Dungeons and Dragons AD&D and version 1, but creatures take 1d6 fire damage per 2 caster levels. Molten glass. I think he doesn't want to do it with his mummies in there. How big is 20-foot radius? It's like this whole area here. So if I do drawing a pointer, so he's probably going to want to do it right there. I wish I could draw that circle and then like hide it on the map. That would be, and then I can click, whoop, there it is. I wonder what happens here. View, pointers. Yeah. So it's got to be 1, 2, 3 squares right there and pull it out. So I'll remove that pointer. Obsidian flow. I wonder if there's assets that represent that. So we'll go home on the images. Obsidian. Obsidian Golem. Spell. Spell templates. Generic. Decorations. Brushes. Those are cool. Templates. I'm not into those. Those aren't so cool. Brushes. Didn't I just do brushes? Spell templates, brushes. Spell templates, decorations. Yeah, I kind of like these. Call lightning. Earthquake. Incendiary. That looks pretty good. 20-foot radius. Incendiary cloud. Oh, grease. I need these assets. This folder of assets. Can I put this on the bar? Ooh, I can. Yeah, those are dumb. These are good, because one of the characters casts grease all the time. And he also casts pit. Color sprays, fun. But I can use this incendiary cloud for my obsidian flow. Let's see what that looks like on there. No! One, two, three. That's good. That's not quite a 20-foot radius. Oh. It's like shy of the edges. So if I pull this out there, that'll do it. I love it. I love it. So that's gonna hurt, and that stuff does some damage. What's that? 10d6. 10d6 per 2 cast, so 5d6. Save for half. And is not entangled. Entangled creatures can attempt to free. Oh, and become entangled. Any creature within the area that makes a successful reflex saves for half damage and is not entangled. An entangled creature can attempt to free itself by spending a move action to attempt with strength equal to the spell's saving throw DC. The area of effect is difficult terrain, and the DC of acrobatics checks increases by 5. A 15 is required to run or charge across the area. A creature that falls prone takes 1d6 points of damage from the sharp obsidian. Oh, I like obsidian flow. I wonder if I can do a black overlay on that. Tint black and red. Kind of like that. And I can hide that layer. Shabam! That's what I was looking for before. Boom, boom. Obsidian flow. So I named that layer Obsidian Flow, and I hid it so that I can pull it out and use it whenever I need to. Yeah, I like this set of decorations on the spell templates. Magic Circle, Lightning Bolt. Okay. So I saved this down here in my quick bar. And those are the boring ones. I think that's it for spell. S-P-E-L-L. Oh, there's a lot in here. Kind of from the books and stuff. Spell casters. Haunting of Harrowstone. These are fun. So really those ones are embedded in a bag, pouch. Decorations, generic templates, decorations, regular, and brushes. So I can paint all these walls. I think I'm gonna, let's throw this on the hotbar too. Okay, so he's gonna throw Obsidian Flow down and mess with them. And then he's flying, and then he's hasted. I think he's gonna haste after he summons those guys. And then he rains down offensive spells, sending ball lightning against armored warriors. So he's going to move that off of him. That's an armored warrior. He's going to push that out to this guy, I think. And some of these guys are paralyzed, like this one. Oh, Ryoshi paralyzed 4 because of the mummy's paralyzation. And then, so the entangled, I forgot about the entangled on that. So we don't have enough people in here. Some of them came in and then they ran away when they saw the mummies coming their way. Repair undead mass. So I can heal them only for a little bit. That fire's gonna like burn them up. That flaming floor vampiric shadow shield. Oh yeah, that one's pretty cool. Grave touch, innervation wand. Oh yeah, the innervation wand is pretty cool. Point your finger in a black ray of negative energy that suppresses the life force of any creature it strikes. You must make a ranged touch to hit. If you hit, the guy gets 1d4 negative levels. And negative levels stack. Lose those levels for the duration of my levels. And I'm a 10th level necromantic, not necro, undead, not summoner. One of those, what is it? It's gotta be on the front tab. Necromancy. Arcane Blood Bond. Vampiric Shadow Shield. So I'll put that on. Repair Undead Mass. Feeble Mind. He might use that on the wizard. The wizard's hiding him back. Range 100 feet. How far away is this wizard from him? Come on. Oh, we're not in game mode because we were drawing that thing on there. 70 feet. So really it's a perception check. Can he see that bad guy? So he can see him. Feeble Mind. Spell resistance, yes. Will negates. So what would the... Oh, will DC 10. What are the effects? Charisma drops to 1. Unable to use intelligence or charisma based skills. So did they... I think they dropped a fireball already. So we take away his spells, and that will be a sour day for the party. I think he might sacrifice. I doubled the mummies up. I think he might obsidian flow those if I get 4 more people to come in here, and then we'll obsidian flow that floor. And he's got a fireball and a ray of exhaustion. He just needs to keep them away from him. 1d10 fire per caster level. 10d10. Scorching ray. 4d6. 1 ray plus an additional ray for every 4 levels beyond 3rd. So 2 rays of 4d6. Effect 1 or more rays. Glitter dust, command undead, blood blaze. target gains a 5-foot radius that causes the blood of the creatures in that area to ignite upon contact with air. Any creature, including the spell's target, within the aura takes at least 5 points of piercing damage from attack. Creates a spray of burning blood. The spray strikes a creature in a randomly determined square adjacent to the injured creature. The spray does 1d6 points of damage to any creature in that square. Too bad I don't have a bunch of sword swinging defenders here, just these mummies. And I gotta remember the mummies. So Scorching Ray, Blood Blaze, Enfeeblement. So if I can't Feeble Mind, I can maybe Enfeeblement. Subject takes a penalty to strength of 1d6 plus 1 per 2 caster levels. Plus 1 per, not die, but plus per level. Magic Missile, Mage Armor, Grasping Corpse. What was that again? Grasping Corpse. You cause one nearby corpse to animate for a brief moment. Choose a creature within 30 feet of the corpse, even if the creature is outside the spell's range. The corpse shambles toward the creature and then attempts to trip or grapple it. The corpse does not provoke attacks of opportunity. Attempt a special combat maneuver against your chosen creature. Your CMB for this combat maneuver is your caster level, plus your intelligence, wisdom, or charisma modifier, whichever is highest. If you choose to trip the creature, it falls prone if you exceed its CMD. If you choose to grapple, it becomes in the grapple until you break free from the corpse. Creature DC is the same as the CMD for the grasping corpse. Alternatively, destroying the corpse with a damage ends the grapple, and the corpse has 12 hit points. I thought it was grasping. Oh, it's not exploding corpse. Grasping corpse. And my caster level is so if I cast this I get whoops. So that was the saving throw, right? Okay. So that might be fun. Grasping corpse. Do I only get one? I think I only get one. Cause one nearby corpse to animate. And the CMB, I always forget. I don't do magic users much. CMB, creature. So I probably won't use that, but it might be handy. Like if he needs to grab somebody that's coming up to get him, he can get out grasping corpse that person. But he's flying. He'll be flying in a minute. So what's next? What's next? I guess the zombies could appear in here. Crawling out of the pits on the edges of the room. Alright, we're going to clear these guys off. And how big is the room? 60 feet. 10-foot high pyramid. The walkway is 15 feet high. This is a cool room. Bring me corpses to make my undead army. He's not making undead right now. He's focusing on Nefru Shepsi's immortal soul. But he did animate 2 mummies as his personal guardians during the process. Here in the innermost chamber of the sepulcher of the servant, Nebta-Kufri has nowhere else to run. He refuses to part with the mask, which he now views as an extension of himself. Okay. Does this encounter have the zombies on it? No. Let's make a new encounter quick. Where do we put these zombies? I guess they're up on his platform. Alright. Parcels, items, NPCs, images, encounters. New encounter. Zombies. Six. So he can do that. And they just pop up here. And those guys will be weak and easy, I think. 0.5, yeah, that's silly. It is what it is. So let's unlock this and throw this encounter in here so I can find it later. Okay. All right. And then after they kill him, they get the mask and stuff. You aren't telling me very much. Adventure outline. Oh, there we go. Concluding the adventure. If the PCs defeat Nebta-Kufri, the Mask of the Forgotten Pharaoh is theirs to claim. Once the mask is separated from Nebta-Kufri, there's no longer any danger of further Ka pulses. So earlier in the adventure, he made a Ka pulse that like animated all the dead are yeah, in the dead part of the city, and they're going in waves to attack the city. But those who've already animated are still threats. Fortunately, the Church of Pharasma can conduct a ritual to lay all of the undead to rest by the cult pulse. All the undead raised by the cult pulse to rest. Once the ritual is completed, the church can begin the somber work of returning their dead to their graves. The voices of the spire turn their attention to maintaining peace among the living. Voices of the spire. Interesting. Really? It's only reading headings. Maintaining peace while they're living. They also had some psychopomps coming in. They sent back to the boneyard. At this point, the city's panic level decreases by 1d4 until it reaches 0. If the Mask of the Forgotten Pharaoh is in the PC's possession, their claim of ownership has the backing of Kemet III himself. Kemet, as it's the royal prince who opened the necropolis in the first place. If not, Septi, Nacht, and other prominent church officials argue. I hate that. Did you see that? My chat jiggled and there's nobody else in here with me. I guess you could sneak in here and spy on me. So they argue about it, but ultimately decide to leave it in the PC's hands to avoid any political repercussions. There's still the matter of the cult of the Forgotten Pharaoh, however. By this time, the PC should have learned that the cult seeks the Mask of the Forgotten Pharaoh to somehow resurrect the Sky Pharaoh Hakotep I, and that the cultists have faced in Wati were members of a larger group that is likely to continue their effort to secure the mask for the cult. If the PC's research Hakotep, the Sky Pharaoh, the cult of the Forgotten Pharaoh, or the mask, they turn up very little information. It is believed that Hakotep I ruled Assyrian as Pharaoh sometime in the distant past, but virtually all records of his rule have been lost. His name survives only in cartouches found in an ancient network of earthworks known as the slave trenches of Hakotep. The epithet Sky Pharaoh doesn't appear to be associated with Hakotep in any way. A much later pharaoh, Menedes I, claimed that title, but seems to have no connection with Hakotep. The PCs find no mention at all of either the cult or the Mask of the Forgotten Pharaoh, though they may realize that it was the mask that was stolen from the reliquary of the thrice divided soul in the sanctum of the erudite eye in the previous adventure. Beyond that, there is no other information. It certainly seems that history has truly failed to remember the Forgotten Pharaoh. Sebti and Timonib both believe it is important to learn more of the mask's origins and more about the strange cult seeking it. But the Grand Mausoleum has no servants to spare in the wake of Wati's disaster. They advise the PCs to travel to the nearby city of Tefu and consult its far more extensive library, perhaps the greatest repository of lore in all of Assyrian. The PC's efforts to learn more about Hakotep, the Mask, and the cult of the Forgotten Pharaoh are the centerpiece of the next adventure, Shifting Sands. Dun dun dun. Shifting Sands. That is the next part. I've started reading it, but I have ways to go. So So I think I'm ready for our adventure tonight. We are going to kill the party with this up-powered magic user dude. And he's going to just crush their souls, and they're all going to die. Or they're not, and they're going to continue on in the shifting sands. So let's put this back where it belongs, over here, so I can find it when I need it. Nub to Kufri, he's gonna, what is he gonna do? I'm gonna put this in my notes. Today is the 22nd. Nubta has 2 active balls of lightning. And I don't think they're within 30 feet of him. Because if he casts haste, yeah, that's 40 feet. So he might have to walk. What is the range? Does the range increase for haste at higher levels? I don't even have haste on here because we already cast it. Is this prep? Yep, there we go. Shield, alarm, haste. So can you cast 2 spells when you're hasted? A hasted creature gains +1 on attack and +1 on dodge and reflex saves. Any condition that makes you lose your dexterity, cause you to lose your dodge bonus. All the hasted creatures' modes of movement increase by 30 feet. Haste dispels and counters slow. Oh, I guess that's everything. Slows. So I think I'm missing a character. I think he has it. Haste, he has 3 of them. So this has a duration of 10. We'll get rid of this one. Okay, there. Get rid of this one. Haste off of this guy. Can you see that? Oh, I'm in the combat tracker. There we go. Got haste off of him. I'm going to take this haste and put it up there on that guy. Haste, haste. And then that probably has it. Wrong. I missed the button. Haste. $60. Oh, that's kind of cool. Here comes haste. For 10 rounds. And then this guy, he's got old haste. Put on new haste. Alright, so they're all hasted. He is flying. Half-elf summoner 6. So haste, fly, false life. Yeah, did you see that again? The little chat tracker slid around. Alright, so they're all hasted. They're all flying. What else is he gonna do? Call 6 zombies. Just taking notes here. Then he's gonna fly. Offensive spell. I guess you can only cast one spell at a time with haste even. Call 6 zombies. Move lightning. Move lightning to armored guys. He's going to Feeble Mind. Feeble Mind. Wizard. He's going to... Vampiric Shadow will be at the end. Obsidian Flow. So like 2 of the zombies are mummies are gone. Obsidian Flow dumps in. Conjure Deadfall. Oh yeah. Deadfall. That's really cool. It's like a big block. It just drops onto the creatures below it. How long does Obsidian Flow last? It doesn't say. You convert an area. So it's converted. It's permanent. You convert a thin layer of the ground to molten glass that cools quickly. Creatures in the area take damage and become entangled. Any creature within the area that makes a successful reflex saves for half is not entangled. An entangled creature can attempt to free itself by spending a move action to attempt a strength check. The DC equals the spell's saving throw DC. And a spell saving throw DC is 10 plus the caster level plus the spell level. Alright, what's going on here? Everything's lagging. Got my hourglass. Got my hourglass. Got my fade out screen. Yep. Okay, I'm back. Phew. No, I'm not back. Where did you come from? Weird. I'm just trying to move the book over here. We can't be doing this all night. CPU 2.6%. It's not a CPU problem, it's a Fantasy Grounds problem, huh? There we go. Spells. Go. Spells, spells, spells. What's the DC of the spell? Combat. I don't think it's in this part. That's in the classes. Hezron. Spell DC. The DC is 10 plus the spell level plus intelligence, not the wizard's level. So this intelligence modifier. Ooh. Plus 5, so 10, 15. Yeah, he's buff. CR9. It's more like CR10. Caster level 10, Necromancer. Conjure Deadfall. Fireball. Yep, Scorching Ray. Blood Blaze. Innervation. What's the range on that? 25. Grave Touch. 3 plus your charisma modifier. Charisma 12, so that's plus 1. 3 times a day you can use his Grave Touch. And then, can he send out negative energy? Adamantine. Resist fire, arcane bond, power over undead, channel negative energy. Channel energy 2d6, 3d6, 4d6, 5d6. So he could channel 5d6 of negative energy. Regardless of the alignment of any cleric can use a wave of energy. This energy can be used to heal damage or cause damage. Channeling energy causes a burst that affects all creatures of one type. Undead or living. I think there's a feat for this channeling. That allows them to channel selection or something. I don't see it. I see channel endurance, channel, alignment channel, sounds good. Channel smite, channel spirit. Improved channel. Also, there's a saving throw on channeling. Oops, I guess it's locked. So 10 plus half the cleric's level plus the cleric's charisma. That's pretty powerful. I guess 10th level, it's kind of powerful. The party's at 6th level. So he could channel on them. Oh, he could channel on them. A 30-foot radius centered on the cleric. Yeah, so he could come into the party, improve channel. I think I got that under control. I got my party all I have like gaps between my windows in Fantasy Grounds so that I can grab things because of the unoverlapped parts. But since I'm missing a character up here on the bar, I couldn't click on them to open them up. So I had to page through all of my player character sheets over here. Alright, there we go. So it looks like that, and then they're gonna all be encouraged after they kill this guy to get things to calm down in the city. And if they take too long, the cult of the Forgotten Pharaoh is going to send some more of their forces over. How long? 1 round per level. Ball of Lightning is going to last 10 rounds. It's a move action to direct all the spheres. And its range is 100 feet plus 10 feet per level, so 200 feet. So we're in good shape. This party is screwed. Screwed. Mummy. Let's check the mummy out quick. Neptukufri, you're checked out, and you're right there. Got the ball of lightning there. We got our encounter here. Get rid of that. Move our combat tracker back where you belong. Mummy. And vulnerability to fire. Slam and mummy rot. And despair. All creatures within 30 feet must make a 16 will save or be paralyzed by fear. But they can't be affected by the same mummy. Mummy rot, save 16. Onset 1 minute. Frequency once a day. Constitution and charisma. Gotta remove the curse and the disease. DC 20 for a healing check. Healing spell. Anyone who dies from mummy rot turns to dust. It cannot be raised without a resurrection or greater magic. Resurrection. Resurrection or greater magic. True resurrection. Level 7. Bless me. Thank you. Thank you very much. Level 7 is like a 13th level dude. Whew. And I don't think anybody here. Timonib, you're like 9th level, right? 7th level. He's not 7th level, he's higher than that. Timonib, medium humanoid, perception 13. Like some of them, the level matches the CR, and some of them they don't. Yeah, male cleric Pharasma 8. So he's not 13. And Septi, I don't think we even have a character sheet for her. Septi the crocodile. Alright, so resurrection. Doesn't look like it happens in this town. Curse and disease. So it's not a poison, it's a curse and a disease. So if you fail it, you get it in 1 minute. Woke up in the catalog of days. Nepta has 2 active balls of lightning. I think I'm ready for the session tonight. I'll get rid of those symbols. Well, that's why it was moved over. So that's as narrow as that can be. That's as narrow as that can be. I guess the skill's got to go at the bottom. That kind of sucks. We got NPCs, items. Oh, that's not bad. NPCs. Yeah, there we go. NPCs, items. And skills. And then we got images and stories, and our books, and our other books, and our other books. NPC gallery. Septi's not an NPC. Cool. I think we have game preparated. Call 6 zombies. So he can negative energy like a whole bunch of times. This guy's... I gotta do something about this guy. They're in trouble. And how many hit points do these guys have? 88. So I can handle a withdraw. Let's check those. Let's move that up just a little bit. Right there. Right there, right there. Right there, right there. There we go. Get the windows all ready and laid out. And the mummies can follow his orders. Now I can move this over so I can clear the save overlays. And then combat. Combat. That's classes. Combat. Special. Initiative ready. Withdraw isn't a special attack. Combat maneuvers. Bull rush, disarm, grapple, overrun, sunder, trip, feint. Mounted combat. Combat modifiers. Movement, position, and distance. Tactical movement. Bonuses to speed. Moving through a square. Terrain and obstacles. Special movement. Withdraw. Actions in combat. Free, swift, full round, move. Standard actions. Attack. Critical hits. Cast a spell. Start or complete full round action. Total defense. Move, draw, or sheathe a weapon. Drawing a weapon so you can use it. Putting it away. Stand up, flood, full attack, cast a spell, recover that. Run. Withdraw. Withdrawing from melee is a full round action. When you withdraw, you can move up to double your speed. The square you start in is not considered threatened. Yeah. So he'll have his mummies withdraw back to here and there. Draw the party in. And then, are you guys got numbers on you? 14. 14. Yeah, you guys know what those are. Mummy 1. Mummy 18 is 2. Mummy 11 is 3. All right, I think we're ready. Ready, Freddy? I'm nervous. Like if I feeble mind this guy and whatnot, and he's got powerful spells. How many hit points does he have? He's got 136 plus 20 temporary hit points. He's flying hasted with a ball of lightning. This is scary. This is scary. So here's my whole layout. If you look at my whole screen, you can see I've got my combat area, and I always put the maps in the full back. And then I got my combat tracker and chatter. I move my dice and modifiers right here. My party shows up here, kind of anchored there. Then I've got modifiers and effects. And then I love this requested roles. I use that a lot. I wish it had specific knowledge requests, but it doesn't. And then I put my current date here where I put my date notes. And then I have all my characters opened up here, so if I click on Iverson, he's going to show up there, and Lishka, they just show up in the same spot over top of each other. And then my calendar here, so I can post the date and the time, 7 a.m. Good morning. And then here's the party sheet, so I can check on inventory. Now we're lagging again. Skills, the party order. I can drag these guys onto the map really easy. And yeah, so that's how I set up for a game. And that's our session today. So thanks for joining me, and we'll see you on the other side.